skin. Heat's coming, huh? People have been clamoring for summer. And summer's here.
Here it comes, guys, and not without some severe storms as well. So we'll start with that. We're going to be busy already this morning across parts of the Great Lakes. We've got the Tennessee Valley dealing with those thunderstorms. And this same system that caused all the trouble yesterday, it's going to basically take aim on parts of the East Coast, specifically the Northeast, stretching down to the Mid-Atlantic as the day goes on. So we're watching for 64 million people to be included in this. There's an enhanced risk that does include New York, stretching down to Richmond. So the severe wind gusts, the hail, even a couple of tornadoes all on the table. This is really going to cause some delays on the roads, but specifically in the air. From really Boston down to Atlanta, you could have the potential to see some air traffic delays. This is going to be those intensifying showers that cause that as the afternoon specifically gets along. New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Boston, some of the areas will likely see those delays. Otherwise, here comes the heat. As Craig said, hot and humid for sure today. We're going to see temperatures well into the 90s and the triple digits. We've got 15 million people under these heat alerts, and it gets even warmer by the time we get into early next week, guys.
All right. Thanks,
Angie. See you back in a bit. We have more. Turn it back over to Angie for a check of the rest of the forecast. It looks like a little problematic there.
Yeah, for one half of the country, it's really a tale of two sides of the country when it comes to weather today. If you're looking for the sunshine, you got to look west, specifically west of the Mississippi. It's also going to be hot. We'll see temperatures well into the 90s. We've got triple digits across parts of the Southwest. It's going to be warm, and that also leaving us with a fire risk that you'll have to deal with for the Southwest. Otherwise, all of the rain is centered across the east. It's going to be kind of a busy day. We've got showers, thunderstorms stretched across parts of the Northeast. Still back to the Great Lakes. They had a busy day yesterday. Today is going to be kind of the same, although that'll start to wind down. And then the Southeast, still some of those showers and thunderstorms in the picture. Temperatures along the Gulf Coast, we are into the 90s. It's going to be quite humid. You'll notice those temperatures quite steamy and very summer-like. Let's look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds. And that's a look at your forecast.
Thank you. Still ahead for you inside that long-awaited verdict.
Say you about the work-life balance.
Suddenly, Ryan just canceled his entire trip. I say, you know what never stops the weather? This, even when you guys aren't calling me, my friends are calling me about airport delays and such. So, you know, I might be getting a couple of those calls later today, specifically across the Northeast, because we sure do have some showers, some thunderstorms that will be causing us a couple of delays. That cold front that has been keeping us busy for the past couple of days, it's making its last push closer to the East Coast. It'll start to ramp up some of these thunderstorms. We'll see some heavy rain accompanying some of those stronger storms that we think could have maybe some hail, some wind gusts, and potentially tornadoes. But we're concerned about some flooding, specifically across parts of the Appalachians. We've got those rainfall rates potentially 1 inch to 2 inches through the day today. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood. And that's a look at your forecast, guys.
Angie, thank you. We have reached the second best time of the morning.
Guys, you know what? We've got nice weather in the weekend ahead for folks celebrating for Jaws. How about that, Martha's Vineyard? But today we've got the severe storms for the east. All of that heat and all of the sunshine really centered across the west. We'll see plenty of it from the Central Plains to the West Coast. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood. And that's a look at your forecast, guys.
Angie, thanks. Best time of the morning.
All right, let's get to it, guys. We've got Pop Start. We'll start with Superman. Soon, there are songs that just, when you hear the opening, we asked you guys your hype song.
Well, I am not as nearly in as good a shape as Jennifer Garner, let me just tell you. But Jennifer Lopez, Get Right.
Get Right.
The Lopez songs are good.
They're all good for work.
All right, Craig, what was yours?
DJ Khaled. We taking over. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, of course.
We taking over. Every time I hear it.
Do you have a workout?
I mean,
that's a good one.
that
That's on my
doesn't
list.
get you going, running faster on the treadmill.
Yes! If you're planning that 4th of July or summer vacation with some great ideas, we're going to check out a really inspiring program bringing more black men into the classroom and changing lives for students and teachers.
All right, and by the way, there's still time to get tickets for our Shop Today Stages event. It is next Thursday. That's the 26th. And we're thrilled to announce that Courtney Cox is going to be joining to talk about her brand, Home Court.
Exactly. Okay, it's a little steamy. What about a check of the weather?
You don't say. You know, everyone was begging for summer to arrive across the Northeast, and here we go, guys. And as we look ahead to the weekend, it only gets brighter and warmer. Notice all those sunny conditions that we're expecting across much of the East. That's after we've dealt with plenty of rain the past couple of weekends. We're going to see that out of the picture. The record highs, though, they'll be centered across the middle of the country, and that summer sizzle continues on Saturday. How's that for alliteration? Sunny and hot still across the east. We've got the heat and the dry conditions out west. Temperatures into the triple digits for some across the southwest, but a whole lot of sunshine. The only rain centered across parts of the northern plains as we get into Sunday. We'll see a little bit of snow too. I know, June in the northern plains. What can you do? Summer heat, though, still sticking around for the Great Lakes and the East as we get through the end of the weekend. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood. And that's a look at your forecast.
Thank you, Angie. June is, of course, Pride Month. And Craig, you paid a visit to the nation's capital where one of the largest celebrations is underway.
Yeah, it's Washington, D.C., actually this year's host of World Pride. It's a more than month-long event filled with concerts, parades. It's expected to draw about 3 million visitors to the nation's capital, a number of them making their way to a destination in one of D.C.'s oldest neighborhoods where the mantra, it's very simple, come as you are. Coming up, third hour, the colorful way that one city is bringing art to its streets.
And later on, Jenna and Friends, comedian Michelle Buteau is back as co-host. Plus, Abbott Elementary star Chris Perfetti stops by. But first, your local news and weather.